static relaxed stretching, so sort of like adopting splits positions and stuff like that. So it's not something I always have in the training program, because quite often a lot of the Thai boxing gyms have that in their training sessions as well, whereas they don't tend to have the soft tissue and mobility stuff that we have in the program. So that's why that's definitely in there. If you feel that's going to help you, the mobility in your hips a little bit more, you need more flexibility, that sort of passive range of motion. So what I'm talking about there is like box splits. So you sort of lower yourself down, feet out to the side splits or box splits. So that works the adductors. You feel the groin muscles on that one. And then the other main direction you've got is the front splits. So the feet are going sort of front to back. And whether you have your rear foot sort of sideways on and it's more adductors on the back, or turned right over on the top of the foot and it makes it more hip flexor on the back, up to you how you want to work that one. But those positions are pretty useful if you're not getting that in the regular Muay Thai training. So you don't want to do static stretches at the beginning of any kind of session, because it messes with your balance and stability, inhibits power and strength and all this kind of stuff. So they're useful at the last thing you're going to do, basically when your legs are all tired and warm and you're then just going to have a rest afterwards. That's the time to do it. So what I personally tend to do, I've got a chair out in the garden, one of these little deck chair things that's permanently out in the garden. So I'll go out for my run. When I come back from my run, all my legs are warm and tired, and I always finish now with some static stretches to finish up. And if you do 3 sets of 30 seconds, so if I've got my chair in front of me, I use that for a bit of support, because I'm not currently flexible enough to go right down into the splits again. Used to be able to do it, can't at the moment. So I'm building back up to it. I put my hands on the chair in front of me and I'll just let my legs go out to the side as far as I can go. And I use the chair for a bit of stability and even take a little bit of weight off me if it's feeling a bit too extreme. And then I hold the full stretch for 30 seconds. Then what I'll do is I'll then move into like a front split position. So I've still got the chair there. I'll then turn and point myself across the bench. And then I'm holding one leg out in front, one leg out behind, and I'm holding that for 30 seconds. And then I'll transition and point the other way, and I hold that front split then on the other side for 30 seconds. And then I go back to the side split again. And I repeat that little circuit 3 times over, and I hold each one for 30 seconds. Round 1 at 30 seconds is a bit stiffer and tighter. When I go round again, I'm like a bit deeper. When I go round again, I'm a bit deeper still. And I only need to hold that for about 30 seconds. Holding longer, the current research shows anyway, that doesn't give you that much more benefit. That you're actually better off just doing 30 seconds and doing it more times in the week rather than holding for longer. Once upon a time, I used to hold it for a minute in each one because that was deemed to be the best. But actually, the research shows now 30 seconds is going to get you the most bang for your buck. And actually holding a proper stretch for 30 seconds rather than a minute is quite different, unless you want to do your mental toughness training. There's another opportunity for that, actually. So literally what I have is like a timer where I've got a 30-second timing section and then a 15-second timing section. And I literally give myself 15 seconds to get up out of my stretch, get into the next shape, and down into it for the timer to then go beep to tell me to start to hold my next 30 seconds. And I hold that for 30 seconds. And then I got 15 seconds transition to get to the other stretch. And then I hold that one. I just loop that over 3 times. If your mobility in your hips is one of your issues, I'd suggest that's probably something you want to start adding at least 3 times a week there at the end of something else when you're already warm. So whether it's your cardio session or whatever, or it could even be like at the end of your Muay Thai session, just go, right, I'm just going to get my static stretches done before I head off home, and work those in. But that should help now then fast track some of your mobility if you're not getting any static stretches in amongst the other work that you're doing in your Muay Thai classes there. And the other thing with the intensity of the stretch, I'm just thinking of here as well. So it doesn't need to be like a maximal like 10 out of 10 pain stretch hold on this for it to be effective. It's like even if you're just above a 6 out of 10, that would be enough. I personally head around an 8 out of 10. I like it as a bit of that sort of grit determination training where it's like, I'm going to make this uncomfortable, but not like I'm in danger of feeling like I'm tearing something here, but I'll push into a pretty uncomfortable and hold that for 30 seconds. But actually, again, the research says it only needs to be about a 6 out of 10 for you to get good results from it. But yeah, just something else to bear in mind, because I know people have different levels of how hard they push into that. And if you're a little bit of a psycho and you go for like 10 all the time, this just like, be really careful. You know the difference between the sensation of tension and not the sensation of tearing muscle, because you can definitely do that. I've done that in the past, being a bit bloody stupid with it. It's going, right, push harder is going to be better. It's like, oh, well, no, that didn't feel good.
Thanks for listening. If you found this valuable, please like, subscribe, and share with someone else it could help too. Please give the podcast a review or comment below. We'd love to hear from you. As always, you can visit heatrick.com for more Muay Thai performance podcasts, videos, articles, and guides. Catch you next time.